what's up, my chatterboxes? If you guys haven't done so already, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share these videos. I will really, really, really appreciate it a lot. So this is my review for Love After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 6, A Gamble in the Desert. So it starts off with Sean and Destiny. They are back in Vegas, and all hell is about to break loose. Sean is trying to keep. He said, first of all, let me keep on track. Sean said that he's been living in Las Vegas for the last year due to a job opening that he got, a job offer. So he always said, he was talking about how, he only dated a couple women prior to Destiny, his kid's mom, and then he said some other lady that he said that she robbed him blind. He would say, fuck that bitch. But when he was saying it, he gave me slow vibes. Sorry, I don't want to offend nobody, but he just gave me like he had an IEP. That like something like something not clicking with him. You know what I mean? And it almost come across creepy, but I don't think it's intentional, because if he got like some kind of developmental delays, I can see why he's giving us those vibes. Anyway, so they're in Vegas. He's trying to lay low for the night. Destiny not trying to have it. Destiny trying to party. He want his friend and his girl to come over and them just to chill. Destiny was like, she didn't even want to be bothered with them. So she agreed to meeting with them, but she want him to get rid of them so she can go out and party. So he was like, well, it's really important to me that you meet them. I need you to meet them. So she's like, well, they better not be boring. That's what she said. Hello, confession. She was like, they better not be boring. She was like, she want to have fun. She was like, she in Vegas. She want to see what that, city giving. And I'm like, the way Destiny was acting is like a kid in a meth store. That's how she was acting. Like, she is in meth paradise in Vegas. That's what she is. She is. Let me tell you something. He on a grand for what? He's on the hook for 50 grand, I think it is. Sean, you might as well kiss that money goodbye, because Destiny is going to skedaddle, okay? Mark my freaking words, okay? You might as well kiss that money goodbye. And he already said that he used to dealing with the quiet girls. Destiny is too much for Sean ass to handle. He can't handle Destiny ass. He cannot handle her. He can't. She always, she giving him, a lot of lip lock. He was saying, she was like, well, I thought this was about me. I want to party. I want to, go out. I want to see what, Vegas is giving. I thought we should, would just sit here and, meet with my friends and lay low. She ain't having that shit. She ain't having it. And I don't know what you expect, Sean. She's way younger than you. You already know she lived a fast lifestyle. So she's giving you who she is. And you either going to roll with the punches or you going to send her on her way. But you can't send her on her way because you on the hook for that money. So now we had Tyrese and Shonda. Tyrese is waiting out of the prison, waiting for her to get out. And some time has passed. And he's like, what the hell is going on? So he finally gets a call. They took Shonda out in a different way from the, in the prison, and they took her straight to the bus stop. So he had to rush to the bus station to meet her. So on the way there, he was like, I thought we was going to have some cuddle time. This took by them taking her to the to the bus station, it took time away from them being able to be together, because she has to go catch a bus to meet her parole. So when he finally gets to the bus station, and y'all already know the Chicago player, first we seen him with his Pelly, now he got this electric blue suit on. Big pimpin', okay? Big pimpin'. So Tyrese swear he's smooth. He come walking up in the train station with some flowers and this big ass blue suit on. And you can look on Shonda's face. You can see let me rephrase that. You could see the look on Shonda's face when she see his ass walking up in that big ass suit. And she mentioned it in her confessional, was like, she ain't know what to think. She was like, he kept stepping in there with that blue suit. She was like, what the hell is going on? But he think he's smooth, and he's not. So they kiss, embrace each other. Excuse me. He ended up giving her the suitcase that he brought. He brought her some outfits that leather with the fur, that black leather with the fur on it, some clothes, some bras, and things like that. So after they were kissing and everything, he gave her the bag, and she went into the restroom and changed. And she was saying how it's good to have some regular brown panties for a change. When she seen that leather jacket, she was kind of impressed about that leather jacket. And then they was keep on putting the camera on her shoes. I'm looking like, oh my God, I know she can't wait to get up out of them clothes, because them shoes is hideous. Now, in her confessional, she was saying, she was talking a lot how, in the inside it's a little different. You trying to survive, you trying to get by. So you talk to different people, but when you out on the, out on the outside, you hope those same connections, you had that same connection with the person. Because, shit different when you outside in a free world. Everything ain't peachy and cream. And she said she will hope that him and her can, move forward. Now, he was saying that he can foresee marriage. He's tired of being a bachelor. And I'm like, damn, slow your roll, pump your brakes, okay? Don't throw all that shit at her at once. Don't throw it all at her at once, Tyrese. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't do it. Anyway, from the feeling that I'm getting off of her, she ain't feeling Tyrese the way Tyrese feeling her. And, she was in jail. She had to do how she wanted to, she had to do what she had to do to survive. So if that means talking to you and talking to some other people, then that's what she had to do. Because that's what she said. She was like, well, she said, I like him, and not only because he was giving me money. Yeah, you do. And she made a statement in her confessional that, when you're on the inside, it helps your sentence go along when you have people that, you can depend on, maybe one or maybe two. So from her saying that, she talking to more than one person. He wasn't the only person she was pimping inside of those prison walls. And you already heard her son. She gonna use my daddy. You understand? So, Tyrese, you better pump your goddamn brakes, and you better look at what's in front of you and not be worrying about her ass. Because he gave me creep vibes in this scene when they came out. First of all, they was blocking everybody's face out in the bus station. But everybody was looking. I don't know if it's because it was the cameras or they was looking at him with that stupid ass blue suit on. I don't know. And he ain't get two shits. He was like, oh, you looking good. And when they coming out, he was like, oh, let me see that ass. Oh, you looking good. I see you was working out. That ass looking good. And I'm saying, he giving me creep old man vibes. It was making my skin crawl the way he was just obsessing over her ass, want to smack her ass and all that old bullshit. Like, creepy old man. Like, I already know that ain't lasting, because she younger than me, and that shit would have creeped me out with his old ass, okay? It would have creeped me out. No. Moving on from that situation, now we have John. He's meeting up with Christiana's mom, because in this scene, he was telling us how him and Christiana was supposed to meet up with her, but things got a little behind schedule. So he's meeting up with her. He was supposed to be meeting up with her with Christiana, but like I said, things got a little bit beyond schedule. So now he's meeting up with Christiana's mother while she's already in the halfway house. So he goes pulling up. Christiana mom come walking out with her oxygen tank. They goes to a restaurant, like a little diner or something. I don't know what the hell they eating. Look like maybe open face roast beef sandwiches. I don't know. So they're talking, because the mom asked how long have he known her. He told her 3 months. The mom looking like, I thought you guys had been at least writing or, communicating a little longer than that. He was like, no. So he was telling her how he was married 4 times. Every time he say this, the mom just give like this crazy look, like, what the hell is going on? Like, that's, if I could read her mind, that's what I can imagine she's saying. So he said that his ass was married 4 times, like we all heard him say before. But what we did not know, he said his first wife, he took off with her goddamn cousin. I think he said they was in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. He left the wife and took off with the goddamn cousin. And the mom looking at him like, and then he's sitting up here telling us that he want the mom to like him. How the hell you think she gonna like him and you said you was carrying on like that? And he's talking about, that's one of my crazy days. He's smiling as he's saying, that's one of my crazy, stories. That's when I was, into some stuff. What? What, John? What? If you're trying to get her mom to like you, this ain't it. This ain't it. Anyway, so he said to the mom how him and Christiana got something in common. They both been inside. So now, like I said, she's still giving him this crazy look. So he went on to tell her how he was in jail and what he went to jail for. He was writing the bad checks. And he said he overdrawn his account. I think he said like 30 something times. What? Listen, to the tune, I think he said $100,000 to $200,000. Okay, and he said you get a thrill after that. You put a check through there and it go clear. You get a chill. You get a thrill. And he kept on doing it. So his ass got locked up. Now he's saying, being in jail, you never forget the sound of the keys. You never, forget the sound of the door slamming. He was like, and that's what me and her have in common. So Christiana's mom had said to him, because he was like, well, what happened with Christiana? So she told him that she had some trouble at the halfway house, and basically she just up, jumped, and left. So she went into another state. Christiana she was using crack. The mom said it, that Christiana, was using crack, and she feared that she going to struggle out in the real world now, and she don't think that John is a good fit for her. She doesn't. And I'm looking like, Mom, okay, we know John is a hot ass mess, but you ain't raised no goddamn princess either, okay? You Christiana is not no goddamn princess, okay? He was telling her how they got married. Well, she know they got married, but she didn't know it was a Native American ceremony. And she was like, well, what made y'all go Native? She was like, because Christiana is Christian. So he was saying, yeah, we talked about that, and, it's some things that we're going to have to discuss. Like, John, you're not about to make all these choices and all these rules for Christiana. So she got to abandon everything she know because you choose to do, be in a Native American faith or whatever, whatever the Native American culture and whatever faith that you guys, adhere to. That ain't got shit to do with Christiana. Y'all can both be in love with one another and practice and believe in, two different, things. Christiana don't look like her ass going to church any goddamn way, truth be told. So, the mom, she wants the best for her daughter, even though, like I said, her daughter ain't no goddamn princess. And I don't think she think that John is good for her. And if I was her talking to John, I would have been like, hell freaking no. Hell freaking no. So she's saying that she want to go out with both of them, I guess, so she could see how they interact with one another. And she don't see it going nowhere either. And neither do we. We don't see that shit going nowhere. He too goddamn impulsive. He's too controlling. And truth be told, he don't got no good hygiene, okay? He doesn't have no good hygiene. So I don't see this going no goddamn going where. I don't. I just don't. The mom saying how she envisioned her walking Christiana down the aisle when she got married. Now, Mom, well, did you really think Christiana was getting married? She was in and out of jail. You said she was on crack. Who the hell you thought she was getting married to? When did you have these visions of her getting married? When she was a child? Because I know you couldn't have still been thinking that while she was in and out of jail and smoking the crack. Like, come on. Y'all, everybody got to get out of their delusions at this particular point. Okay? Everybody is delusional at this particular point. Now we got Maurice and Jessica. Jessica been having a little chip on her shoulder, and truth be told, Jessica just don't. She keeps saying she just want him home. She want to be in Vegas where she's safe, where he's safe, where her family is. What about his family? He has family too. You, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just calling how I see it. You just don't want to be around black people, Jessica. You like that black dick, but you don't want to be around the whole family. You're not comfortable around that many black people. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can visibly see that. You can see it. And what's up with her? She got some kind of twitch. Because every time she in her confessional, her eyes jumping. Like, what the hell is going on with Jessica? So they at this restaurant, and they're I guess, about to eat some food, and it was the waitress. She was pretty cute. I think Jessica was a little threatened by her because he kind of did stare at her a little too long, and Jessica caught that. But they didn't conversate about that, but I caught it. I don't know. You guys can tell me if you caught it too, because I seen it. So he was like, well, what's going on? Like, what's the attitude for? She was like, I just want you home. I just want, you to be back in Vegas. You haven't once asked for a supervisor. Why is that? He was like, you can't just go walking up in there asking for a supervisor. You can just go to your job and ask to speak to the owner. It don't work like that. He was like, they don't care. And he right, they don't give a fuck. A supervisor ain't going to do nothing. He's a criminal. He's a criminal. They don't care. They don't care. So he's seen that she was upset. So he tried to like turn it around a little bit. He was like, listen, he was like, I want to see my mama-in-law. I want to see my dad-in-law. He was like, fuck it. I'm just going, what you do for love? I'm just going to violate parole. No, you not. You not going to violate. Yes, I am. What they going to do? What they going to do? They don't know. So she's like, I don't want, I just got Maurice back. I don't want him going back to jail. What if he get pulled over at a traffic stop or something like that? He's going back and he's going to be on his third strike. No. Listen, Jessica, you can't have it your way. He already know you're not comfortable there. He said it. We can see that you're not comfortable there. Let him wait out his time, do what he need to do, and then you get your husband back. You knew all this shit was going to take place. Like, you was dating a convict and criminal, he from another state. And what makes you think Vegas is so much better than California? That's a gambling state. What's so better? Now that you're in the suburban part of it, like, I don't know. Like, I've been in Vegas. It's party central down there, so I don't get it. Like, how is it so safe? I don't know. Anyway, Jessica is full of shit, okay? Like I said, Jessica she's not comfortable being around black people. And he's saying to the producers how, he don't care. He was like, he need her by his side and whatever it takes that he willing to do. And if it's Vegas, it's Vegas. No, Maurice, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, okay? So he had her, they walk into the car holding hands. He had her saying, I think he said, fuck parole. I'm like, you better just sit your little happy ass down and finish out your parole so you can be free and you can do whatever you want to do with little Miss Jessica, okay? And little Miss Jessica, you gonna pull him away because you always walking around with a chip on your shoulder. You uncomfortable. You got an attitude. Nobody's gonna deal with that. And you're not even good to look at. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many different variables in play with that. Like, come on, lighten up. So we see Tyrese and little Miss Shonda again. They're going to go get something to eat. Oh my goodness. So she told him that he was overdressed. But he didn't take it bad. He didn't take it, he laughed it all. He was like, I wanted to look good for you. She was like, yeah, but here I go in jeans. And he was like, you look good. She was like, I know. She was like, but you are overdressed. He was with that goddamn blue suit. Oh my goodness. So they were at the restaurant and she was saying, I want some chicken. So I guess he ordered her some chicken. So his main thing is he trying to, he keeps talking about sex. And I guess he's a little upset or a little disappointed that they wasn't able to have sex on this particular day. But like, he's just giving me creep vibes. I mean, I was able to stomach him a little bit more when they were talking, because she was saying how sometimes she feel alone in this world. And he was like, listen, anytime that you feel down, or anytime something, is getting to you, you give me a call. Like, call me. She was saying how her dad was arrested when she was, a child, for drugs. Her mom drunk herself to death. She been in and out of jail since she was 16 years old, and detention centers and things of that sort. She just had a run. She just had a rough life. You know what I'm saying? She was like, and every time she got out of jail, she came back doing the same old crap, and drugs was the motivating factor of it all. She also revealed in this little scene that she been talking to like 7 or 8 different men. First, she tried to downplay to say 5 to 6, and then she was like, okay, 8 or 9. And she's still talking to some of them. But she admitted that she was using them. But she said she's still talking to them, they friends. You're using them all, and you're using Tyrese as well, too, okay? You're using him, too. She was saying when she had first seen a picture of Tyrese and she was showing the girls, they was like, oh, you caught on one. And the pictures that Tyrese sent her, he didn't look good. He ain't look crazy, because he had regular clothes on. He was like in the gym, ball shorts, a little tank top. He looked good. Like, I probably would have talked to his ass then. But then you come scrolling in with that fucking suit, you would have threw all that shit out the window. I would have been like, what? I would have been so embarrassed. I don't know. Like, I don't know how. I mean, I guess I would have had to sit there with him because he was my ride. But damn, I would have been embarrassed. She is going back to Kansas City. That's where her parole is. And I don't know. I don't see them lasting. I do not see them lasting. I just think she's an opportunist. I think she's in it for whatever she can get. I don't even think she's interested in having sex with him. I really, really don't. I don't. We see Destiny and Sean again. Destiny come running out asking Sean, does she look fat in the outfit? He's reassuring her that she looks good. He's preparing, the meal for his friend Hector and his wife. They end up coming. Destiny is wild as fuck, okay? She really, really is. So she basically said to them, well, not basically, she said it. She said to them, like, listen, I know, Sean wanted to cook this meal and everything. She was like, but this is my first night here. I just want to go and party. I hope you guys don't mind. So Hector was like, this place, Vegas, it can't even make you or break you. He was like, because it's 24-hour nonstop partying and drinking. She was like, oh, you could party and drink for 24 hours? I mean, you could drink for 24 hours? He was like, yeah. She was like, oh, I ain't know that. And she was like, I don't want to eat. I mean, she was like, well, maybe his dick. I'm like, oh my God. Hector's wife was like, listen, she ain't know nothing about her up until Hector told him, I think recently, about what Sean was up to, and that Sean liked to go on these weird sites looking up for women on prison and things like that. Hector seemed like he getting a kick out of her, because like his wife was saying how it looked like she partying too much. She looked like she might go back to jail tonight. He was like, she's just getting out of jail. She's don't know when she might go back. She's fine. She's, just trying to live it up. The wife ain't trying to hear this shit. Sean looking at her like she crazy as hell. But one thing I did notice about Sean's house is it was really, really clean. And it wasn't bad looking. Like, he seemed like he might be a neat freak, which is good to see on this show, because you normally see a bunch of clutter in these people's houses. So it was good to see that for a change. Anyway, they end up going out. They get into the car. I don't know. Sean doesn't look comfortable. Hector looked like he's all for it. Destiny is going to give Sean a fucking heart attack, okay? Because that's all Sean can think about is that money that's on the line. Watch what I tell y'all. I don't know what they in store for, but she about to take us all on a goddamn ride. Listen. We see Quaylon and Chevelle. They're meeting up with her mother and her daughter, Maila. That is a beautiful name. I seen her on Instagram, but I see her write the name on Instagram, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. But when he pronounced it, I was like, oh, that's a really pretty name. It's different. I don't know nobody named Maila. It's really pretty. So I guess Chevelle and her mother got their wigs from the same place. It looks like if you spark a match, that shit gonna blow up in flames. It's synthetic play. It's like the worst synthetic that you could get. Okay. Oh my goodness, those wigs are horrible. Anyway, they're meeting up with her mother. Her mother about to play the 52 question game as she should. He brought Maila this fish. And when she ran up to him, kids say the darndest things, and they don't hold back. She was like, oh, you smell funny. I'm like, damn, he can't catch a goddamn break with this damn little girl. So she has already been saying, she meaning Chevelle has already been saying that Maila has been calling Quaylen, dad. And that's your fault. That's your fault. You should not have got your daughter all comfortable with him just yet. You don't know him. You only met him in jail. People talk a lot in jail. People feed you false promises when they're behind bars. You gotta wait till they come home in order to see what they really about. And even if you was believing the shit, you shouldn't have allowed your daughter to be sucked in with that. That's just my opinion. Anyway, we get in the house with her mom. Her mom do have a lot of questions. She was like, well, what is your intentions? What do you see your future? So he basically saying, listen, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. I don't know, what's going to happen. I made a lot of promises when I was in there, but now, we out here on the outside. Things are different. He said, I'm just trying to be a man of my word, hold up to what I was saying. He was like, I feel as though Chevelle and, Maila, he said, I feel as though they'll keep me grounded and keep me out of trouble. So her mom was saying, so you think they'll keep you straight? He was like, yeah. He was like, because I was out here moving funny before and I didn't have no responsibility. Now I have them. That may change. So she was like, well, do you see marriage? He had like a frog in his throat. Like a frog in his throat when she said that to mom. She was like, well, I don't want to make no promises. I don't know. He was like, I'm just getting out here. I'm trying to figure things out for myself. And you could see Chevelle's face like, this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You could tell she get a little irked. And that's all you see is her little gums. I'm like, okay, you probably need to go get your gums peeled back from the dentist. I don't know what that procedure is called, but maybe you need to get it because that's all I see is gums and wig, okay? Anyway, so Chevelle was like, well, I don't know what's going on with Quaylen. He was trying to propose to me 3 months. And when we were talking in jail, she was like, I put my daughter in the middle of this. He made promises to us. She was like, and that's a big deal. I'm giving him 6 months to propose. Okay. Well, the way Quaylen is acting is if you put that ultimatum on Quaylen right now, you ain't going to have Quaylen. Quaylen going to be out the goddamn door. Now, he's trying to do right. He's trying to be right. He's trying to stick by you. But I don't know. And then, they was talking like when they do like that little brief little clip before you go back to commercial. You already was saying how she thought he was going to be a mini-man. And but she said he kind of hung in there. So Quaylen is good for the taking. He not a bad looking guy. You saying he got a strong back. Somebody will grab Quaylen up quick. Chevelle, you better play your position and you better play it well because I can see him out and about really quick. He's handsome. He really is. You know what I mean? Don't push him too quick. Let him gain his footing. I know he might have was saying a lot of stuff when he was in jail. Or as we see, it ain't just the men because the women play the games too. Just allow him to get his, get settled. Let him get settled. Who knows where it might go? Who knows? So little Miss Destiny is the gift that keep on giving. They're at the bar. She's telling the bartender she want a drink that's going to get her fucked up. So, because the bartender was like, you want a little strong or a lot strong? She was like, a lot strong. I'm trying to get fucked up. And I'm looking like, oh my God. And Hector keep egging her on. But I think it was like a method to his madness. I think he was trying to like get her comfortable with him so she can kind of just spill her tea. They were asking her how, if she had any girls in jail, and she kind of played it cool. She was like, no, I don't go that way. I don't get down there. Like, yeah, whatever. She said, but what Sean don't know, she was with a girl, I think, a couple weeks prior to her getting out, before she got transferred to the county jail. But we all know this. She says she's a trisexual. She'll try anything. A fat man, a woman, and a girl, this and the other. She into whatever. Probably put a fucking a dog in bed. She probably fucked that too. Like, she just nasty. Hector was like, listen, Sean is a really good friend of me, a friend of mine. I just want the best for him. Or do you love him? And she was like, yeah, I love him. I eventually see, us having kids and getting married. So they was like, well, what's on your bucket list? She was like, well, I got a list for him. She was like, and I want him to get me a car. He was like, no, your bucket list, like, what you want to do in life? So she said, a bank account and live normal. I'm like, damn, a bank account, that's just like second nature to most Americans. And for some certain people to not even ever have had that, you be like, what? But hey, it's a different side of America that, if you living on a straight, path, you don't really know that world. So anyway, Hector's wife was saying, Sean, she said that Destiny looked like she just trying to get some money out of Sean. And Sean, stupid enough, he just give it to her. He don't care. She said she don't even think he care. Because Hector was telling her how he thought, she was catfishing Sean. She was like, shoot, Sean told me he was 36 years old. He was like, all the while I thought Sean was getting catfished, and all the while he was catfishing you. Like, come on. Listen, that's all Destiny want to do is party. She not going to be with Sean. Sean can't keep up with her. He quiet, he reserved, he to himself. Destiny ain't it, okay? It almost seemed like Sean could have been with Hector's wife and Hector could have been with Destiny. That's how I seen it. You know what I mean? That's the vibe. So we end the episode with Maurice and Jessica. I guess Maurice was telling the goddamn truth when he was talking about getting me back to Nevada because their asses was on their way back to Vegas. He's talking about, I want to meet my mom. I want to meet my dad. I want to meet my family. I want to meet the people who made my wife. I'm like, Maurice, shut the fuck up, okay? Shut up. It ain't that goddamn serious. And I understand you don't want to be in Compton. You don't want to be risk getting shot. You don't want to do all that. But come on. We got to play this stuff smart. You just getting out. Come on. And Jessica, you that scared of being around black people that you're going to risk his freedom by taking him to Vegas? Like, come on. Like, really? And then y'all just the dumbest criminals. Because why the fuck y'all doing that while y'all on camera? Y'all filming a TV show and he's actually breaking the law. Y'all don't think that the parole people can see this? Like, come on. Even though this is taped well in advance or whatever like that, if the parole people know you were filming, they could have subpoenaed the tape or got the tapes. Like, come on. This shit is ridiculous. They driving. He telling her, because she was saying she was going to pull off the road. He's saying to her, well, if you really love me, you'll keep going. He was like, I knew I should have drove. I'm thinking, then you hear sirens. I'm thinking they about to get pulled over. But then when you see it's like a cop car and, to the side of the road with another, some other people that's on the road. And I'm like, these got to be the two. No, they're not the dumbest people on this show. But they some stupid asses, okay? They are stupid. Oh my God, they annoyed the fuck out of me. Anyway, that's all I got for this episode of Love at the Lockup. If you guys like the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't forget to share my videos. I really, really will appreciate it. It will help me out tremendously. That's all I got for you guys. Bye.